Hey Joey, let's talk a little bit more, huh?
Got something on your mind?
You want to talk about the war now? Do ya? Do ya?
Not particularly.
No time like the present.
I suppose you're going to nag me until I cough it up, aren't you? Nothing is private anymore, it looks like. There's no escaping it, I guess. So be it. My wife's name was Neyama. She was the Yukatas enforcer who shot me out of the sky, if you remember.
What does your wife have to do with the war?
My wife had plenty to do with the war. Upon meeting her, I knew right away that she was strong in the Force. That's why she was able to shoot me down. Neyama was a marvel of a woman. Fiery, determined, smart. She dragged me to the capital and foiled 3 of my attempts to escape prison. Oh, and that body.
The war.
Well, yes, that. Needless to say, I eventually won her over. That was after I kidnapped her upon being broken out of the Yukata's prison, mind you. But, that's another story entirely. At any rate, I wanted to train her in the Jedi way. The Council refused my request, naturally. I was still a Padawan at the time. I was an experienced Padawan, surely, but not yet ready to be a full Jedi, and certainly not ready to train another, especially not one so old as my wife.
So you disobeyed the council, like I did.
I did. I wasn't the first, and I won't be the last. The problem with self-righteous folk is they think they're more right than everyone else. I believed in her and trained her in secret. I ignored her willful nature. I loved her too much to see fault in her. She loved me too. I know she did. At the time, our love was a shared bliss. Better than anything I had known before or since.
So what happened?
Exar Kun is what happened. Neyama was inspired by Exar's promises of a new golden age. She wanted to join him. She came to me, pleading with me to throw aside what she called the decrepit trappings of the Jedi, to join her in Exar's war.
Oh God. So she fell to the dark side.
I hadn't thought so, not right then. I was too proud to believe that of her. I had trained her myself. I loved her. I pleaded with her to reconsider, to think about all that she was throwing away, to think about what she would become. She would have none of it. Finally, in frustration, she attacked me. She drew her lightsaber and attempted to strike me down. It was a scene being repeated everywhere throughout the galaxy. Pupil against master. In my case, it was a long and terrible battle, but I defeated her.
You killed her?
No. I had her at my mercy, disarmed and defenseless. She looked up at me and she knew. She knew I couldn't do it.
To be fair, I don't think I could have eaten. Yeah. To be fair, I don't think I could have done the same thing either.
But I should have. Sometimes I convince myself otherwise, but it's no use. She had fallen to the dark side when she raised her saber against me, and I let her go. To my shame, she went on to kill many Jedi during the war, until she herself was slain in the final battle. I grieved for her death, inevitable as it was, even as the Jedi Council put me on trial for my actions once the war was over.
They put you on trial?
I had trained Neyama against their wishes. I had failed to kill her when I had the chance, and she went on to kill others. Not to mention that I had remained a Padawan throughout the war. A formality, perhaps, but with the trial, it had to be decided if I was worthy to become a Jedi at all. It was a travesty, of course. I told you that even the Jedi were capable of great injustices, didn't I?
Well, I agree with you. They destroyed my mind after all.
But I deserve to be tried. They found me innocent. Even though I deserved every punishment and more, they let me go. Mitigating circumstances, they said. I deserved compassion, they said. They said I had learned wisdom the hard way. For all I had done during the war, they wished to raise me to full Jedi status at long last. That was when the Jedi left me. That was when they failed me.
No, you're wrong. You deserve compassion.
For my pride? For my cowardice? Which do you think is the act more befitting the Jedi? They may have been able to forgive me. I could never forgive myself.
And you still believe love is worth the risk?
Yes, I do, I suppose. Does that surprise you? It is all so long ago, lost in the winds, I suppose. Nobody cares what an old man believes anymore, do they? Let's continue on with the task at hand. I would prefer to think of the present today.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, so before we go on to more plot relevant stuff, there's something I have to do. Ooh, what's this?
There she is. Get her, men. But remember, don't kill her.
Oh, you racist Game on! Ah! Oops. Sorry, folks. Did not mean to do that.
Time to rumble! You seem to have defeated me, get there, worm. But I'll have the last laugh in the end.
What do you mean?
He doesn't have long, Juhani.
He may not, but I will make him pay with what little time he has left. I will make him tell me what he has done to my people.
You may have killed me today, but I had the pleasure of killing off your species. Not everyone who fought alongside the Mandalorians did it for their stupid concept of honor. Some of us just did it for the pleasure. The pleasure of seeing your world burn.
You animal! You wretch!
But I'm beyond your petty vengeance now, girl. You can never have your revenge.
Don't give in to the dark side, Juhani.
I will not give him the satisfaction of seeing me give in to the dark side.
Worm, I killed your people on Kather in the sky. On the ground, in their homes. I hunted them down like the animals they were, just to see them burn. But the treacherous beasts fought back and left me with injuries that meant I could never fight again. Or so they thought.
Stop trying to provoke her!
No, I will not give it to him.
I ended up in the lower city of Taris, and what did I find? A few of those stinking beasts living there. The male was easy enough to best, but the females proved elusive. I didn't know what happened to them after I killed the male. Until I saw this cursed woman on the auction block. But then the Jedi came and ruined everything before I could have my revenge.
You killed my father. You killed my people. You treat us like animals. You deserve to die.
Don't give in, Juhani. You're stronger than this.
Give in and embrace your hate. You are no better than me. You are nothing.
I...
Don't do it, Juhani.
Help me, please. Do not let me give into my anger again.
There is no emotion.
There is peace. No, I will not do this. He may die, but it will not be under my vengeance.
You coward. You weak.
Get f***ed, you monster. Oh, people like you make my blood boil. 2 advanced med packs, alright. Juhani, you okay?
That man was a beast, a monster. I am glad that the galaxy is now rid of him so he may not harm others again. I do regret, though, that he did not die by my hand.
What you did was best.
I know, but must I always fear the lure of the dark side? It was for the best. I am glad that you stood by my side during this. We should continue our journeys now. No reason for staying here for this.
Alright, well. So now that I've become the sector champion of the Manaan swoop races, I think it's time to get moving. Okay. Before I do, I'm gonna check up on Juhani. You okay?
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
Is something wrong?
I am thinking of what happened on Korriban. To see such horrible, warped rituals that the Sith practice, it is unnerving. I can truly see now why we must defeat Malak as quickly as possible. To prevent that sort of society from consuming the entire galaxy. It angers me to think of it.
We're doing our job. Don't make it personal.
Yes, I understand. Do not let my passions and impulses rule me. Remain calm and serene. But I fear that when I am confronted with these monsters, I will lose myself. I think that I may yet fall to the dark side by the very desire to fight it.
Now that's irony.
Yes, it could be, if you look at it callously enough. But I cannot. I know. I should not worry. I am grateful for your support in this matter. It is a relief to have someone to turn to when I am feeling uncertain.
I'll do what I can to help you out. You know that.
May I be of assistance? What?
Oh, yeah. Tell me about Dak Vesser.
There is little to tell. Dak and I were both Padawans. We joined the Order at the same time. He was a kind man, but frustrated. He felt the Jedi were too controlling, too limiting, more so than I did. When he decided to leave the Order, he asked me to come with him. He said he loved me.
Oh. But you didn't love him.
No, I didn't. I enjoyed his company as a friend, but nothing further. I had no idea he felt as he did. He was angry at my refusal. I assumed that he would get over the hurt in time. I suppose such feelings can fester and darken, and they never go away. He reminds me of what I was when you found me in the grove. I feel sorry for him, but he has chosen his path, hasn't he? If I thought he would accept an offer of help, I would give it. Let us just move on, please.
Alright. Fair enough. Okay, so there's one more place I want to visit before we get moving. I don't want to go there yet. Yes, let's go to Yavin.
Yes?
I gotta level them up too, so I'll do that quickly. Give you stasis suit. Oh, I got another power for you. Okay. How about lightning? Let's see. Maybe I'll give you improved flurry. I'll give you force storm. Ah, that's a fun one. And force wave. There you go. Maxed out on treat injury. What else? I think I'll give you advanced throw lightsaber, even though I'm probably not going to use it very much. Let's see. Sniper shot. Max level because you're an assassin droid. Maybe I'll give you dexterity. Maybe power blast as well. not want to auto-level you. Is that it? No more feats? Aw, okay. Did I get dark side points? Okay. I must have missed that. Huh. Wonder what that was all about. Well, you're back. I was just taking a look at a few new things I thought you might like, and I, Oh. Uh-oh. How did you get in here? We have our ways, Rhodian. Just because you didn't hear us talk doesn't mean we can't, and your own stealth units have proven most effective. Get away from him. I think not, human. We're here to teach you a lesson, Suvam, and you as well, human. Unfortunately, you won't live to correct your mistakes. Good. Okay, you're already stunned. Oh no, you don't. You're not getting away that easily. Alright, I think there's only a couple more left. Those Trandoshan scum. They couldn't get more out of me, so they tried to kill me instead. Hopefully I'll have time before they send someone else to investigate. Maybe rate their ship to take off somewhere else. Thank you for your help, at least. I know I couldn't take them on my own. I'll let you look at my special stash. It's the stuff I wasn't showing them. It won't be cheap, but if you want it, you can buy it. This is what I've been waiting for, folks. So the Mantle of the Force and the Heart of the Guardian. These are extremely special lightsaber crystals that I can use to amplify my lightsaber even more. So the Mantle of the Force is an item assembled by Suvam Tan from pieces found in the ruins of Xerox temples on the fourth moon orbiting Yavin. It appears to be the remains of an even older artifact of unknown origin. It is not known if it was used by Xerox or just uncovered when its temples were destroyed. Nor is it known what the original properties of the item were. But given the current abilities, in its original state it must have been fearsome indeed. Now the mantle is a crystalline lattice, resembling a lightsaber crystal in many ways, but having the additional property of being able to radically alter the flow of energy that passes through it. When combined with other crystals, the mantle warps their properties, often enhancing them into incredible levels. Additionally, the mantle seems to act almost as a force-focusing tool for sensitive individuals, leading to the idea that the original artifact may once have been a powerful tool of the Sith, or perhaps something they took with them when the Dark Jedi originally split from the Order. So, I'm gonna buy this for 25,000 credits, and the Heart of the Guardian. Though its origins have been lost, the legendary artifact known as the Heart of the Guardian was rumored to have been instrumental in the founding of the Guardian Order of the Jedi. Nothing further is mentioned in any Jedi archive, but both Sith and Jedi whisper their own legends. According to the Jedi, the Heart will appear in the time of the greatest turmoil and deliver the galaxy into salvation. The Sith, however, believe it to be an object of their heritage which will bring the galaxy under their dominion. The heart of the Guardian appears to be a magnificently shaped lightsaber crystal of unknown composition. Analysis by Suvam Tam has yielded inconclusive results, not being able to identify what mineral it's made of. Suvam has even begun to wonder if it's a normal crystal at all, for at times it almost seems as if it were alive. All known lightsaber crystals seem to have a strange resonance with the heart of the Guardian, their properties being altered or enhanced when in close proximity to it. Additionally, energy focused through the heart results in a beam of unique clarity and color. Buy it. Alright folks, so I'm going to spend a couple minutes selling off some of my merchandise here, but I will be back in just a few moments. Alright, I'm done, so let's pick up the bones off these guys. 1,000 credits and 2 antidote kits. Let's see, what else? Another 1,000 credits, an advanced med pack, 2 antidote kits, and 2 thermal detonators. A 1,000 credits, another advanced med pack, 2 antidote kits, and 3 thermal detonators. Another 1,000 credits, an advanced med pack, 2 antidote kits, and 3 thermal detonators. And more the same. Plus adrenal alacrity. Alright. Not bad, I made a killing off these guys. Literally. Alright, I'd like to ask you a couple things. Okay, never mind. Thought there was more that we could get out of Suvam after we beat these guys up, but doesn't look that way. Oh, and I found out why this went down a little bit. It's because I used the Jedi mind trick on the swoop coordinator on Manaan. Also, Hook the Jax threatened me, so I don't know if I have to go back to Manaan and fight him. So maybe I'll make a quick pit stop there before we proceed on with the main quest. Okay, I'm back. And it looks like we got a problem here. There's some Gamorreans waiting for us. And among them is Hook the Jax, who didn't take too kindly to losing in the swoop race. Sorry, little piggies. You're going to the slaughterhouse. Sorry about that. 25 credits, an advanced med pack, CNS strength enhancer, and a Gamorrean battle axe. Nice. An advanced med pack and a concussion grenade. Okay. And what did you have? 13 credits, 2 concussion grenades, 2 med packs, and a frag grenade. Alright. Well, I think that wraps up all the quests that we need to do before the big finale, so there's only 5 of them left. Jolie, Juhani, Candaris, and Bastila. And a quest for the Star Forge. Let me see if I can talk to my party before we get going.
Yeah, what do you want?
Nothing more for now.
Your choice.
Can I level up my party? I can. Okay, but he's at level 16. Why does Mission only have 1 vitality point, and why does Candaris only have 1 vitality point? Let me try something, folks. I'll be right back. I'm gonna level them up real quick. Won't take too long, I don't think.
Yeah?
I'll give you advanced dueling. Accept. I'll give you Power Blast. Why not? I'll put versatility into your skills. I'll give you Master 2 Weapon Fighting. An extra point Constitution. Treat injury. Let's see. Maybe I'll give you improved toughness. And that should do it for Candrass. Now let's see if he's willing to talk.
Yeah, what do you...
Nope, okay.
Your choice.
Can I talk with Joey anymore?
Got something on your mind?
So when did you go to Kashyyyk?
Oh, that was not until many years later, to tell the truth. I spent quite some time wandering the galaxy.
The Jedi just let you go?
Why wouldn't they? I had refused my promotion to Jedi. I was a Padawan who had left the Order, nothing more. I traveled from one civilized system to the next, never staying long. I don't even think I knew what I was searching for. It wasn't as if my travels were pleasant either. There were plenty of folks who distrusted the Jedi after the war, or worse.
What could be worse?
If people weren't treating me with suspicion, they were looking at me with greed. I don't know how many thought they could make use of me for their own ends. I got so sick of the treachery and deceit, I left the civilized parts of the galaxy and headed instead for the uncivilized parts.
So that's when you went to Kashyyyk?
Actually, I was on my way somewhere else when I crash-landed on Kashyyyk. The ship I was using was a rust bucket.
Oh. Why didn't you just fix your ship and keep going?
I'm no mechanic, and besides, after you plunge nose first in the trunk of a 5-kilometer-high tree, chances are you don't have much ship left.
Fair enough. So you survived a crash landing on Kashyyyk.
I'd taken some damage passing through an unexpected asteroid field, as I recall, but I wasn't completely without some systems. I could still guide her a bit when I crashed. It wasn't what I would call the smoothest landing, especially considering I ended up smack at the depths of the Shadowlands. But I lived.
So you crashed and just stayed?
Sure, why not? It seemed like an interesting enough place to spend a couple of decades exploring.
How did you survive?
That was a challenge at first. You've seen the kind of creatures that exist down there, and you miss the really big ones. I was still able to rely on the Force to keep me safe for the most part. The rest of the trick is keeping out of the way of most of the predators.
Couldn't have been easy.
No, that's true. Still, most of the creatures grow accustomed to me, and I to them. At least none of them ever heard of a Jedi.
You're completely insane, you know that?
What do you know? I'd done enough wandering by that point, thank you very much. I felt at peace in the Shadowlands.
And the Wookiees didn't mind your presence?
Oh, they did at first, oh yes. I can't say I was overly pleased to encounter a group of indigenous giant carpets either, I can assure you of that.
You seemed on fairly peaceful terms with them, though.
Well, that was after 2 decades of helping them. They certainly didn't trust me at first.
You helped them?
When I could, I would assist a few young ones who would get lost in the Shadowlands or attacked unexpectedly by the wildlife. I must say, for a while there, the Wookiees actually thought I was some kind of benevolent forest god. Amusing, really. I set them straight eventually.
It sounded like you enjoyed being a god.
Nonsense. I had no idea that's what they were thinking for a long time. I just thought they were being friendly neighbors, leaving fruit and such for me. Later, when I started to understand some of their grunting, I realized they would say prayers to the Hairless One before descending into the forest. Hairless One. I used to have plenty of hair, I tell you. At any rate, it took a few bruises, but I set the record straight.
A few bruises?
I traveled to Rookwaro and met with the chieftain in front of everyone. Freyr swatted at me just to see if I was real or not. I was real, and while it was a light swat, Wookiees are terribly strong. I was knocked out cold for a day. The Wookiees all thought it was quite funny.
And so do I. Wasn't it all a bit primitive for you? Actually, why didn't you stop the slavery of the Wookiees then?
At first, when the slavers took to hunting down lone Wookiees in the fringes of the Shadowlands, I did my best to divert them. Later, when Shundar made his deal, I didn't see any point. I wasn't here to save them from their own sad follies, after all.
I suppose so. But wasn't it all a bit primitive for you?
Not really. Kashyyyk is a place you can feel very small in. It felt good to devote my time to helping people and living simply.
And you didn't receive any news from the outside?
What can I say? I did it all for the Wookiees.
I did it all for the Wookiees. Come on, the Wookiees, come on.
The Wookiees? Well, okay, maybe I needed some time on a quiet and remote planet, but if you ever need a friend, an incredibly strong hairball isn't a bad call.
That is true. You sound quite fond of them.
I suppose I am in a way, despite the smell. For a race of gardeners, they've developed quite interestingly.
Gardeners?
You remember the alien computer, correct? Kashyyyk was meant to be an agricultural planet. The Wookiees were made for a reason. Or at least that's what I'm thinking. But I'm an old man who's had a long time to develop that opinion, so don't argue with me. At any rate, we should be moving along, don't you think? If you sat around this long in the Shadowlands, attack would eat you.
You can ask more about it later. Let me see if I can ask about it now.
Got something on you.
Okay.
Oh, I get it.
So let's see. Jolie, Juhani, Candaris. We'll talk with Juhani. One last time.
How may I be of assistance? What?
Nothing for now.
Of course.
Okay. Well then, I guess that's it. We are on our way to the Starforge, so let's go ahead and jump right into it, shall we? This is exciting. We're near the end game here, folks. Starforge system. This planet has no entry into the Republic archives. Let's rock and roll.
You are strong, child. But I will break you.
I'll never fall to the dark side. You think torture will turn me, Malik? You're a fool.
Torture? No, dear Bastila. You misunderstand. This is but a taste of the dark side to whet your appetite. When you finally swear loyalty to me, it will be willingly.
Never.
Such resolve in your words, but I see the truth in your heart. The dark side calls to you, Bastila. You hunger to taste it. Become my apprentice, and all its power can be yours.
The Starforge. I've never seen anything like it. I'm transmitting these coordinates to Admiral Dodonna. Maybe a quick strike by the Republic can cripple the Sith fleet. Message is away. Now we can just wait for the Republic to show up. We should be safe here. We're outside their sensor range. Small vanguard of Sith fighters coming in hard. Someone needs to get on those gun turrets. Take those fighters out before they report our position to the main fleet.
You had to open your mouth, Karth. I don't know why it's still showing the background of terrorists in these space fighter battles, but it must be a glitch. So I do apologize for that, folks.
We've got problems. We've flown to some kind of disruptor field. All my instruments are jammed. We've got massive overloads in all systems. I'm picking up a single planet in this system. I'll try and put us down there. Hold on. This may be a rough landing.
Talk about your rough landings, Karth. What's the matter? You're flying like you've been on an all-night Teresian ale drinking binge.
That disruptor field fried our stabilizers. We're lucky we made it down in one piece. But if I can't find the salvage to make repairs, I won't even be able to get the Ebon Hawk airborne again.
During our rather rapid descent, I noticed the hulls of many crashed ships scattered across the landscape. Perhaps the parts you need can be found among the wreckage.
The KOTOR's right. This planet's a technological graveyard. I saw dozens of downed ships out there. That disruptor field must have wiped them all out. But where could it be coming from?
Even if we get the stabilizers fixed, we have to find and disable the source of that disruptor field before we can take off. Otherwise, we'll just end up crashing again.
That disruptor field could wipe out the entire Republic fleet.
You're right. That Sith fleet we saw must have some type of protection against the disruptor field. We have to find a way to disable it, or the Republic will be slaughtered.
T3's picking up massive power fluctuations on the ship's sensors. They seem to be coming from some type of large stone structure to the east. It looks like some kind of ancient temple.
Well, let's go check it out.
Good idea. If that temple's generating power, it probably has something to do with that disruptor field.
Hey, don't forget about Bastila, guys. We still have to rescue her, too.
I only hope we're not too late. Bastila has been Malak's prisoner for a long time. If he can turn her to the dark side, she will join him, and the Sith will be invincible.
Bastila would never turn to the dark side.
I fear Bastila will find the lure of the dark side difficult to resist. She is strong in the Force. She is also impulsive, willful, and proud, as you once were, Revan.
Don't call me that. I'm not Revan anymore.
I am glad to hear you say that. Now that you know your true identity, I was afraid you might slip back over to the dark side. If Bastila feels as you do, there may yet be hope for her.
Well, if Bastila's on the Starforge like you think, Jolie, then we can't rescue her until we disable that disruptor field. The sooner we investigate that temple to the east, the better. We can probably find the wreckage of a downed ship along the way. And if we're lucky, we can salvage some stabilizers from it to get off this planet.
I hope everything works out as smooth as you make it sound, Karth.
Well, so do I, Mission. So do I.
Alright. Okay, I'm close to my light side again. My full-on light-sidedness. Can I talk with you guys now? Let me see.
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, I can. Okay. So what are your thoughts now?
I'm not happy with the way my life has turned. I'm not the Mandalore I once was. I don't even think I'm the merc I was when I joined you. I think I need something more than killing and fighting in my life. I need a purpose or something like that.
What will you do?
The way the Mandalorians, we fought. It holds no appeal for me. To rape and ravage worlds for the thrill of battle. It gets old. Very old. Honor in battle, cheating death, comrades in arms. The code of the Mandalore. I think I'm something different now. Maybe more, maybe less.
You aren't a Mandalorian now?
No, the time of the clans is past. I don't think the galaxy wants them anymore. Maybe in the future, but not now. Once my time with you is done, once you have moved on to greater things, I'll find my own way once again. Maybe the Mandalorian clans will be reborn again. Maybe even under the Republic, or the Sith. But dreaming about the future is stupid right now. We should get down to our business and finish it. If we survive all this, maybe we could talk about it then. Is there something else you want to know?
Nothing for now.
Your choice.
So you crashed on a small uncharted planet. In order to escape, you'll need to find some new stabilizers to repair the Ebon Hawk, and you'll have to find some way to disable the disruptor field that caused you to crash in the first place. When approaching the Star Forge, the Ebon Hawk fell victim to a disruptor field and crashed onto an uncharted planet. In order to escape this world, you need to find a way to disable the disruptor field as well as find the necessary parts to repair your ship. Can I talk with Kenders a bit more?
Yeah, what do you...
Okay.
Your choice.
What about Jolie?
Got something.
Okay. So if you like Kashyyyk so much, why did you want to leave?
Are we back to that again?
Am I really all that interesting to you?
What's the best way for me to approach this? Perhaps it's time for a little story.
Not another story. Could you just answer the question for once?
You just keep quiet there, you. Put up with all your busybody questions, haven't I? Well, now you'll listen to a story, damn it. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, the story. You almost made me forget about it. Nice try, but I'm not that old just yet. Now then, a young man sees a terribly venomous snake in his small village. Nervous, he watches the snake carefully until it leaves. The young man follows the snake into the forest. He clears the branches out of its path and helps it over obstacles. He even works to keep it fed.
This is a very long story.
Shush! Many nights pass, and still the young man continues to follow the snake. He even follows it into the sands of the great desert. In the desert, the snake eventually grows hungry. It turns and bites the young man, its poison quickly working its way into his system. Finally, curious, the snake looks at the boy as he lays dying and asks, "Why were you foolish enough to follow me all the way out into the desert?" The boy looks back and replies, "Did I follow you? I thought I was leading you away from everyone else." And then he died.
And am I supposed to be the snake in this story?
Well, now, that's what I wanted to see for myself.
Are you saying you're frightened of me?
The real question is whether or not I'm as frightened as I should be, isn't it? I've told you before that you have a destiny before you. This does not mean, however, that your future is already written. They are not the same thing. You have the choice of which direction you take your destiny in. More than engine-sucking Andor, certainly. Even he had a choice. So far, you've chosen to take the lighter path. Can you stay that course, even through the challenges ahead? We'll have to wait and see. I'm not here to judge you or tell you which path to take. I'm here ready to offer you my help, should you ask for it. I do that because I think it's important. More important than remaining in my home and pretending the galaxy doesn't exist. That's why I'm here.
Well, thank you, Jolie. I'm really glad you came.
I'm rather glad I came too, really. You're a fine young lad. I hope things turn out well for you. Now then, I've chatted enough for one lifetime. Let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Think that wraps it up for Jolie's dialogue. Yep. What about you, honey?
How may I be of assistance? What?
Nothing for now, okay.
Of course.
Okay. Now that we've caught up with everybody, let's see what's going on. So the hyperdrive, I have to take a look at this now. What do we got? The hyperdrive's non-functional, critical components have been damaged. Aw, alright. So before I head out, I gotta do some upgrades here. There we go. Now let's see. Let's see here. The Solari crystal is supposed to be good against dark side. This might be a bit, folks, so I'll take a moment and just do this off screen, and then I'll show you guys when I'm done. Alright, I'm back. So, for my first lightsaber, I have the Mantle of the Force equipped, along with the Damon Crystal and the Opila Crystal. For my second lightsaber, I have the Heart of the Guardian, a Crate Dragon Pearl, and a Rough Kudu Party Amulet. This is Jolie's lightsaber, so I gave him a green crystal along with Rubat and Sigil. And for Juhani's lightsaber, I gave her Opila and Genro, and that gives her a lot of attack and some decent blaster deflection as well. Alright, I think I should be good to go. Yeah, I should be good. Okay, so here we go. Let's rock and roll. If you like this video, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/burningearthvfx. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook for more exciting updates. And as always, thanks for watching.